started. Whitney, we've been following our cold front on the way, and so far most of the storms ahead have not been a problem for us. You can see some lightning on the horizon there. We're going to continue with a little more active weather in just the next few minutes, so make sure that you do have those warnings enabled. But so far it's been mostly quiet as we've watched them. A few warnings off to the north, but otherwise temperatures in the 60s and 70s. We're going to see these numbers drop off significantly once this front starts to push through. So you can even see a little bit of a temperature drop off to the west, but basically our severe weather threat is unfolding at the moment. And so far we really haven't even seen too many strong winds, certainly no tornado warnings in our viewing area. If you've been following with us all weekend, we did have an enhanced risk for parts to our north. And so far, everything has come down just a little bit as far as the threat level. So just a higher threat on the north shore than south of the lake, but everybody at the moment quiet in terms of warnings. So we continue with that overall threat progressing from the west to east in just the next couple of minutes on the north shore. I-55 starting to see a little bit more of an improvement. I-10 and I-12 getting in on some of the heavier rain, and we continue to the south shore with Thibodaux now seeing some of those heavier downpours. Houma, Raceland, Des Allemands, Luling not far off, and then the New Orleans metro to follow. All of this going to clear the Mississippi Gulf Coast as we approach midnight and 1 a.m. So we have been dealing with a lot of wind today, and we'll continue with that wind advisory issued until midnight tonight. A transition on the direction coming shortly. We've had the southwesterly winds, and we'll see the northerly winds as we head into the overnight time frame. We've had a couple gusts somewhere between the mid-20s and 30s as far as our forecast for tomorrow. It's going to stay very windy, and that's going to be a wind chill instead. So that's going to make our feels like temperatures plummet all the more as we head into the next couple of hours. Again, overall, the severe threat starting to dwindle, and we'll continue with the main story now on the backside, this cold weather. The wind chill values could be as low as the teens on the north shore, the 20s on the south shore. So some of us feeling 50 degrees, 50, colder than we felt earlier today. You'll watch this cold air filter in as we head into the overnight time frame. 20s on the north shore, 30s south, and then as we get into tomorrow morning, a couple spots in Mississippi feeling like the teens. Same thing for our western portion of the viewing area, 20s on the south shore. So as we start off Kings Day, purple, green, and cold will be the theme. On the north shore, you might have to start thinking about pipes on Tuesday through Thursday. For tomorrow, just the 3Ps, and we'll need the 3Ps on the south shore as we head later into the week as well. Tomorrow only topping out in the 40s as we approach nighttime for the Funny 40 Fellows and Joan of Arc. Will be in the 30s, so you'll certainly have to bundle up. And then another weather impact alert as we head into the middle of the week for the overnight temperatures. So tomorrow we're going to be a little bit warmer than Tuesday and Wednesday. At that point, hard freeze on the north shore, light freeze on the south shore. Again, you'll have to think about the pipes north of the lake, but you should be able to just think about people, pets, and plants on the south shore. So review that protocol. If you have any pipes that are vulnerable or exposed, we'll continue with improvements as we get later into the week, but there could be some wintry precipitation in parts of the state. So where you're seeing that pink coloring, that's where the pipe concerns exist. We'll have improvements by Friday into the weekend. Major story is that huge temperature drop off from Sunday into Monday, 30 degrees itself, feeling more like 50 at times in comparison on earlier this afternoon. Here's your 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. Certainly going to be much colder across the entire region. Our 7-day forecast showcasing lots of sunshine until Friday. At that point, we are going to have temperatures warm into the 50s. So some good news for not having to deal with messy conditions on the road here locally, but we could have some a little bit further north. And we'll, of course, keep you up to date with that as it gets closer.
Brooke, thanks so much. Now, all that to say, bring your jacket if you're planning on heading out to the parades tomorrow. You can also download our parade tracker app. Keep in mind, if you got it last year, you'll have to update it.